Yo guys, what up my friends? It's Lucid here. And so today I got some storytelling for you guys. We all have our stories, and this is something that happened to me about 2 years ago. I was like 17, 18. And it was weekend, I was playing video games, normal shit. Um, and so about 1 a.m. I started hearing some freaking weird noises and something that sounded like somebody trying to open the front door. Um, and that's like right beside my room, so I could hear it really well. And I just kind of brushed it off as my dad just trying to like check if the door was locked. Um, and yeah, so I didn't pay too much attention to it and kept playing video games. And then at like 3 or 4 hours later, I started hearing like fucking scratching noises and fucking weird stuff. So yeah, I don't know, but uh, I just thought it was the cats or something, and just kept playing video games. Um, but then like a little bit later, um, I went. I was gonna do something. I can't really remember what, but yeah, and I was like about to do that, but then I looked outside the front door because it has like windows, and all I could see was a freaking dark figure just like standing there. And it turns out like this was some dude sitting outside our house, but that was all I could see because he had a black jacket on and he was just kind of sitting there with his back facing the door. Um, so I kind of go a little bit closer to get a better look at what this was. So I realized this was like a guy, just some stranger outside our house, and that kind of freaked me out because in my mind, for some reason, I thought this was a fucking serial killer. I don't know if that's normal, like a normal human instinct, or if I'm just fucking retarded. But anyways, I went to my dad's like where my dad was, and I just kind of told him like, hey, there's a freaking dude outside. So he gets up and he looks and he see what I saw basically. And yeah, after that we just kind of discussed like what we're going to do. So we ended up calling the police just to be on the safe side because I didn't want to approach this guy. If he was a serial killer, I would be dead. So yeah, um, so we're waiting for the police, and of course I get my freaking air gun. You should have weapons, to protect yourself and stuff. So yeah, I got my air gun, and just in case this guy was gonna break into our house. Um, so after like 10 minutes, the police finally comes, and they talk to this guy, and it turns out this guy was on turns out this guy was on like a shit ton of drugs. Like he was in another dimension. So the police just kind of drives him home, and yeah, that's pretty much the story. And I asked my dad like, because like I heard like noises and something like somebody trying to open the door. And yeah, so I asked my dad like, hey, did you try to open the door around 1 a.m.? And he was like, nah dude, I was working. So yeah, it wasn't my dad. It was a freaking dude on a lot of drugs trying to get into our house. So yeah, that's like why you should lock the freaking door, because you never know. You never know, man. So yeah, That was the freaking story about a guy on a shit ton of drugs trying to get into our house. And also, I will never ever sleep with my window open again. Thank you for listening, and see you guys in the next video.